Andrea Swensson, author of the engrossing study of Minnesota music history, There's Got to Be Something Here, The Rise of the Minneapolis Sound, returns with a gorgeous hardcover book commemorating the 40th anniversary of local icon Prince Rogers Nelson's breakout project, Purple Rain. From its origins to its enduring legacy following Prince's untimely passing in 2016, this exquisitely presented volume covers the concept's entire era, replete with gorgeous photos which add visual pop to the story's engaging text. The book opens with a touching foreword by comedy legend Maya Rudolph, a self professed Prince fan since 1980's Dirty Mind album. She talks about the magic Prince holds and will always hold for her, and how she and her partner in the tribute act Princess, Gretchen Liebram, are continuing to do their part in honoring and preserving his legacy by performing his iconic hits for thousands of eager fans. She tells readers that everything in this book brings me right back to that summer in 1984 when I first purified myself in those Lake Minnetonka waters. Indeed, much like she did in her previous book, Swensson is able to evoke vivid scenes from a bygone era that takes us on a delightful journey of both mind and spirit. This book is a love letter to Purple Rain, she writes in the introduction. Yes, it is that, and yet it's so much more. I would describe this book as an encyclopedia of Prince's most iconic era, supplemented with fantastic photos in both color and black and white, great quotes from his colleagues and collaborators, and quotes from the man himself, which are printed large and bold beside the photos and columns of standard sized text. The formatting of the book itself is crisp, clean, and classy. It provides a feast for the eyes that doesn't feel cluttered or busy. The perfect aesthetic for a coffee table book celebrating a milestone anniversary of a legendary era. As with Swenson's previous book, her prose reads so naturally and with such an ease of flow, the reader floats pleasantly along as if he or she is watching the story that's being told unfold right before his or her eyes. Swensson is such a gifted writer that I find myself wishing she would follow in the footsteps of noted Prince biographers Per Nilsson and Matt Thorne to offer her own career spanning tome on the life and work of the Minneapolis genius. But that's another topic for another potential review. The chapters of the book are short, easily digestible nuggets, but in no way do they ever feel rushed or truncated. On the contrary, they feel complete almost despite their concise approach. I particularly enjoy how each chapter ends by focusing on a key event relative to the chapter itself. For example, Chapter 2, which profiles Prince's backing band, The Revolution, ends with a brief piece about the Revolution's notorious live debut at Minneapolis's First Avenue Club on August 3rd, 1983, my personal favorite Prince gig of all time. While Prince and Purple Rain 40 Years is clearly catered toward new and or casual Prince fans as a great entrance point into Prince's complex world through the prism of his breakout project, lifelong hardcore fans like me can nevertheless fall in love with the book as a lovingly curated time capsule of a moment when a skinny motherfucker with a high voice relished his purple rain over worldwide popular culture. Whether, after all this time, it bores you, angers you, or, as in my case, still perpetually thrills you, Purple Rain is here to stay, a majestic towering monolith made of purple fabric, dove's tears, mascara, multicolored flowers, and white Victorian lace. Prince and Purple Rain, 40 Years, by Andrea Swensson, is out May 21st everywhere books are sold. It's published by Motor Books, an imprint of Quarto.